The entire diner fell silent when a towering biker in a leather vest loomed over an elderly man sitting quietly in a corner booth. "You dare take my seat, old man?" the biker bellowed. The frail figure didn't look up. He just sipped his black coffee with steady hands, as if the yelling wasn't directed at him. His jacket bore a faded U.S. Army patch on the shoulder and a navy blue cap with Korea veteran in gold thread rested beside his plate. The biker's voice escalated. "I said move, fossil, before I make you." Yet, the old man remained unfazed, glancing up with weary eyes and saying, "Son, I've faced things you can't comprehend. If you want the seat that badly, take it." Then it happened. A sharp, open-handed slap struck the old man's cheek. His cap tumbled off the table, coffee spilled, the waitress gasped, and a nearby mother covered her child's eyes. The room froze, shocked not only by the slap, but by the silence that followed. No one intervened as the biker sneered, muttering, "Should have stayed in history, soldier." The old man didn't shout or retaliate. He calmly picked up his cap, wiped coffee from his sleeve, and softly asked the waitress, "Can you bring me that pay phone? I need to call my son." She hurried to fetch it. He made a brief call, voice steady, no trace of panic, then gazed out the window. Exactly 22 minutes later, a low rumble shook the ground. Four military Humvees pulled up in formation outside. Doors opened, and soldiers in crisp fatigues stepped out, faces stoic. At their center was a tall, broad-shouldered man with a chiseled jaw and a name tag reading Colonel Harper. He strode into the diner. The biker stood, bravado fading. "What's this about?" he scoffed, edging toward the exit. Colonel Harper ignored him, walked past the counter and stunned patrons, and stopped before the old man. He saluted sharply, a gesture that sent shivers through the room. "Dad?" he said firmly. "Are you all right?" The old man nodded. "He hit me over a booth." Harper's jaw tightened as he turned. "Which one?" The biker tried to deflect, chuckling nervously. "This is crazy. I didn't know he was your dad, just a misunderstanding." But the soldiers had already fanned out, positioning themselves by the doors. No weapons, no threats, just an undeniable presence. "You laid hands on a decorated veteran," Harper said, voice like steel. "A man who bled for this country while you were still learning your letters." "I didn't know," the biker stammered. "That's the issue," Harper cut in. "People like you don't ask, don't care, just assume no one stands for them. Today, you assumed wrong." The diner's manager, voice trembling, stepped forward. "We've called the police." "No need," Harper replied. "We'll wait. We're trained for that." The biker, now flushed and sweating, tried to leave, but two soldiers blocked the door. "Take a seat," one said icily. For the next 15 minutes, the diner sat in tense silence. The soldiers stood watch, calm and unwavering. The old man sipped a fresh, warm coffee. The biker, no longer bold, shrank in his seat. When the police arrived, Harper handed them a flash drive from a Humvee's dash cam. "It's all there," he said. "Audio, video, time-stamped. Assault on a senior, public endangerment, disrespect to a war veteran." As the biker was handcuffed and let out, a young boy from a nearby table stood and saluted the old man. The veteran returned the salute. Someone clapped, then another, and soon the entire diner was on its feet, applauding, not just for the justice served, but for the quiet dignity of a man who never raised a fist. Never mistake silence for frailty or age for insignificance. Some carry their battles quietly and their honor in their stillness. When you cross the wrong person, you might discover who's been standing behind them all along. Have you ever defended someone who couldn't fight back or seen someone finally receive the respect they've long earned? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us where you're watching from. If this story touched you, subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a karma in the comments to honor every silent warrior who fought for us and still walks among us.